Yo, what's up? What's going on? It's Lugo back again with Fat to Fit day 52. We're back with another upper day, and today was a great workout. Um, and it was nice. Feeling semi normal for the first time in almost a week since I've been sick, and I'm sure that I'm pretty much over uh the sickness completely. I just have a little bit of a breathing thing, but it's very very minor. Um, and I was very locked in. Although I was trying to find a way for the sun to not be in my eyes while I was benching, and I did find a way, and it made the rest of my workout so much more enjoyable because the sun was not beaming in my eyes the whole time. Uh, and I did hit all the numbers that I had planned to hit this this workout. And it's just so far it's been a good morning. I turned 24 today, another year around the sun, and I'm looking forward to making this as good of a year as I thought 21 was going to be before I got super depressed and eventually gained most of the weight that I lost back. But this time I'm not hoping. I'm confident that I can keep it off. I think I was just the last time that I got fit was a few years ago, and it was when I was turning 21, and I just had a bad relationship with food, and it led me to keep binging over, you know, periods of time, especially working. I would binge after work, and then it would lead into my workout week, which then would be normal. But then I would just have 2 or 3 days where I would just binge, and realistically, at that point, I should have stopped my diet and kind of reset because at that point I had been in a deficit for an extended period of time, maybe like 6 months or so. And I should have just taken the time to refeed and go for a month, and I didn't, and that eventually just led to me spiraling down and just having a binge, which then would just result in me not caring at all about fitness and led to a pretty bad downward spiral, but that lasted about 2 years. But learning from that, I know now more than I did then about nutrition, fitness, training in general, putting it into application and really understanding that it's not always going to be a straight line. And as much as I want it to be, it's just not. It's going to go down, up, stagnate. And I think I've already exemplified a lot more patience than I have before when it comes to dropping weight because I've done it a lot, but I've never really felt truly confident in my ability to be able to really lose it because I think before I kind of knew what I was doing, but I didn't know completely. And I think now I know what I'm doing fully when it comes to losing the weight and how fast I want to lose it, and how dedicated and what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just dedicated to like the diet that I'm gonna be because I've always been dedicated to the training. It's never been a problem for me to train ever since I started lifting when I was about 16. I've always had a passion and a love for it. Before then, it was non-existent. Like I didn't care about training at all. But as soon as I started training, it was just an instant spark for me that I really couldn't get away from it, and it was just always easy for me to be in the gym. It was time for myself, time to build, and something that I really fell in love with from the start, and it really spurred me on to just learning everything about training. I became obsessed, and I'm still obsessed with learning how to train in better ways when it comes to strength, when it comes to hypertrophy, um, and really everything in between when it comes to lifting weights, and I'm always looking for better ways to constantly evolve and just get better. And I think that for a long time I really didn't care about the nutritional aspect of it because it just didn't. I felt like it didn't pertain to me, and I felt like it didn't really matter considering that I was a power lifter. And I think now more than ever, looking back, it was a foolish mistake that I made as a as a teenage kid, late teens, early 20s, not really caring about nutrition at all. Because even if you can get the same results from eating whatever you want, especially when it comes to powerlifting more, not when it comes to bodybuilding. Because with bodybuilding, you need to be very regimented. And I think a lot of powerlifters could learn from that. And I think given that everything is the same, you're going to respond better and have a better time and feel better when you're regimented with your nutrition, at least to a certain degree, right? I'm not telling you you have to really eat like a bodybuilder if you're a power lifter, but you should at least have some semblance of a diet in play. And maybe diet's not the right word. Maybe just eating more nutritious foods, you know, whole proteins, chicken, steak, ground beef, rice, potatoes, vegetables, yogurts, some eggs, stuff like that should make up the majority of your diet. And then if you want, you can, you know, have some cheat days with your friends if you're, you know, going out and stuff. Like it doesn't need to be this strict thing all the time. And even when you're out with your friends, like going off plan, you can be smart about what it is that you're eating. Like I would always eat a burger and fries, a high quality protein source, a steak, some chicken, um, a protein, a carb, and something else. And it's like, even if you don't want to be regimented, there's still better ways to make smarter choices about your nutrition. It's always there. And there has to be some level of accountability on that side. I know, understand people don't want to live their life attached to fitness and tracking and stuff, but if you want to live a healthier lifestyle, it's some stuff that you need to be mindful about. You don't have to track it. I'm just saying you just should just actively think about making better choices for your fitness, and really think about it. And that's something that I really learned uh, the last time that I really cared about it, and especially this time around. Being more lenient and really open to a lot more stuff about nutrition. And I'm very confident that I can lose it. It's not about confidence this time around. It's just time. That's really the hardest part about losing weight, is that when you're absolutely sure that what you're doing is right and you have a plan, all it takes is time. And that's the thing that I think kills a lot of people when it comes to losing weight, because you can't rush it. Given that you're doing everything right, it's something that's just going to take day in and day out. And that's why a lot of people fail, because they don't have the patience for it. But if you truly love what it is that you're doing, I believe that the time is just going to fly by. Like, I've started lifting 52 days ago, and I can tell you that it's felt like nothing. Genuinely, like, I'm just so happy to be active again, and just so grateful that I really started again. And I'm looking forward to, getting actually fit again. And I'm glad that you guys are here on this journey, whoever's watching. But if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 53.